He wants to keep running. The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to,
Normally. Is the experience a bit better? Does Gambit have a more solid lineup? Bait has only had scrims with this.
I have to say, Meliol, he is definitely showing that that young blood is gonna be winning right now. Speaking about that, we see the first blood Laguna. He finishes
I'm glad
off
you
the
did.
dominant.
Towards the top lane, we have a smoke plus Invis rune for Dendi, and under the cover protection, we have not seen this move, but it's gonna be called in a second that they're playing aggressive in top. Something is going on. PA has the chance to jump onto Pantomime. And with that, the bug also disappears with the blur. And meanwhile, Meliol, he does get roared up by Pion. 4v3. Nice Sonic Wave comes in. And that's going to be a kill for Gatsy with the Grimstroke picking up the kill. Scream's doing a bit of damage. Dendi looking for another jump potentially. Can get another kill. He's waiting. Look at the patience on this man. The old legend comes in, jumps in, gets the Scream. And PA in trouble. PA is going to be another kill. 4 for Bait. Maybe even 5 as Seiyu is there. And 1 PP from Afterlife, but is he too late for it? Triple kill for Dendi. Still a 3v1, but they realize it's actually a 4v1, but that Vanguard is going to prevent Afterlife from losing his life. So make that 4 kills for Bait.
Great. The stats on the Veil, not the best. I guess it's ideally to kill the PA, because the PA really doesn't deal well with magical damage, and that might be the main reason. And now again,
used in top. It's going to be a quick kill onto the Beastmaster. Second smoke used up by the same 2 fellas. Turns out to be a kill for Gambit. Frontliner right now, and he's somewhat immortal. He has been killed once, and he will catch Laguna. We'll get the connection as well with the Aether Remnant. Does get a really good time lapse though, and the turnaround from Bait. They do force out the Stampede. The Yules into the air. Stun does connect onto the Centaur still. Violent on the hunt. Dendi aggressively blinking in as well. Has that DD rune with the haste as well. Double action rune on Dendi, and he's hunting for more. He's looking for another one. Goes for the aggressive blink onto Seiyu. Does a lot of damage with the Scream, but not enough. And now he's trying to line them up for the Sonic Wave. He's still 1v3ing here, baiting the tree in to drop the Overgrowth, drop the base, but he's not doing it. And with doing so, they're going to secure this mid-tier 1.
Yep, they do, and they're probably always gonna have it just because of the Beastmaster, but Gambit are in such a good position to fight this Roche. They can come in from multiple sides, and that's exactly what they're gonna be doing here. This is gonna be good enough in the fight.
Look at the blink coming in from Afterlife onto the backline. Pion is the main target that will take down the Beastmaster instantly. The Soulbind does connect, but there's not that much damage right now. Bait is being hit by a 3-man Overgrowth as well. Denny popping his BKB, going for the aggressive blink. He releases the Sonic Wave, and they need to get these kills because they're now at half HP, but no kills. Smiling Knight does find one, and it's on Violent. Afterlife, he's living through the dagger, he's living through the pain, but this Weaver's not, and Laguna is also punished. 3 heroes lost from Bait. Gutsy just might be the 4th because Smiling Knight finds him, and Meliol finishes and seals the deal. Bait get, Gambit get 4.
I think Weaver should be going to the bottom lane, maybe even giving up his life. This is something that Bait do well. They don't die much, but the thing is that they don't accomplish much around the map, and now Laguna will run the mid lane. Yeah, and he's probably going to be going down. That's a bad place to die.
They're TPing top. They're preparing for the team fight. Void Spirit now on the chase towards Pion. Roar was used, and Bait, it seems like it is falling apart for them. They're going to lose the Beastmaster. They will lose the Grimstroke. And again, Bait is just losing fight after fight. Gambit scores another victory. Like right now, an opportunity arises as Afterlife is the one to go to the high ground first. Silenced up as well. 600 damage only dealt to the Centaur, and he's up and running. He's still chasing. Nobody's hitting him. He's still got his blink available. Look at that 2-man stun. He's also been offered. Overgrowth does go out, and they will lose Pion. TD room will be popped by Dendi. Trying to get something in the back. At least he gets the kill on 1, gets a second one with a Sonic Wave. Now Afterlife in a bit trouble, does get another stun connection onto the Weaver, and Laguna's out. Seiyu does come with a buyback, and it doesn't really matter. As much as Dendi tries and attempts his best, Gambit just seems to find the better of it. It's an ultra kill for Smiling Knight. Them like they are always either on top of Pion, so he can't get his ulti off. You've got the Soulbind on 2, but then there's no Roar to follow up. Look at Smiling Knight, just goes in. Stampede will be used. Pion is already taken out before the fight's even started. Gutsy gets his TP cancelled by Afterlife with the stun, and another slice and dice coming in from the Smiling Knight PA, and even takes down the Black Dragon with him, plus 250.
Fun for anyone who played some of those mini games in Dota. They know Hardcore Ninja. They know how fun it is to jump around.
Look at that. One potential fight here, but Violent, does he have the damage to take down the Centaur? He's gonna get jumped and bashed by the Knight. And again, another dagger bash flies in. Abyssal being purged off as well, so he does get himself away for a little bit longer. Dendi goes for the blink out. Gambit, they've taken one kill. That is the Grimstroke. Can they finish off the Ursa? Ursa very low on HP, 600 remaining. Meloyul doesn't go for the aggressive dive. Smiling Knight has also used his BKB. Does have an Aegis up for 120. Bait are smoking up. They know that this is do or die time. So good timing, good thinking about it. But meanwhile, Dendi in trouble and gets bursted from 100 to 0. And he's back to the graveyard. Smiling Knight now leading the charge to the high ground. One more lane to go until they can secure Mega Creeps and potentially the rest of this game.
A few times, so it was kind of sharpening the knives for Dendi himself, and that kind of does make sense. Dendi's the biggest name. Everyone wants to beat him, even though now it's a lot easier than it used to be. But the fuck is gonna go out again, and now Dendi with the buyback. Can he really do something?
Yep. Oh, he gets his dagger out, but he's going to get stunned by Afterlife while he's in the tree. The Refresher Shard used up, and the stun combinations all the way through. Dendi's not even allowed to play this game anymore, and he's out. And GG is called by him as well. Gambit will take the first game in 37 minutes with a pretty convincing victory.
Yeah, I'd say from start to finish, it was pretty much in their favor. Again, Gambit or Bait being a bit on a timer. This time you're the Wraith King against the Mars, because if you would be a weaker support to Rubik, okay, let's look at the first blood in the bottom lane. They actually got a kill through the ice armor on the Weaver, so that's but it's never a good start for your carry to be struggling this bit in the mid lane.
Talking about those runes, DD is on the bottom half. Meloyul again 30 HP this time. No Fairy Fire, but does have Astral Step to move out. And Rubik looks like he's being left for dead. He doesn't even get the chance to kill the Spain Courier. He's just being walked away. That's what they're kind of expecting for him to stop for a second for the LSA stun. Still enough for Dendi to catch him. And that will be the end of this Rubik. Space has been... a tiny amount of space has been created for Linus, but there are some opportunities for Daedalus. But that also does mean you don't have the advantage of your invis. Meanwhile, bottom Pion is just going to get quickly punished by Meloyul and Pantomim. Back up. This is a perfect timing for Bait. Can they utilize it? They have Arena on Afterlife. Laguna going for the scout in front. Does a bit of damage with the Jikuchi. Violent throws in the stun. Dendi coming in from the side. He does get the Laguna play, but the spear will connect, and it's on Gutsy, the man with the feed script, completely unused. And Afterlife slaps them away with the bonk, and Wraith King loses his first life too. Meloyul with a quick Astral Step onto the Wraith King, pushing Violent away. Pantomim with the chase, gets the cookie stun. Laguna's also on the run, and they have now secured at least the tower, even if they don't kill the Wraith King. Great fight here for Gambit. Bait a bit unlucky there with the side rotation. River heading towards the dire jungle. Doom's going to be the one to run in first. Pion gets information on Seiyu, and a quick Doom onto the Rubik. Should be a dead Rubik as Laguna dives into chasing, but does Roshan get the steal? No, not this time. Laguna will be credited the kill. There's another fight breaking loose on the side. Wraith King with no ulti available, being pressurized by Afterlife and by Meloyul. Double armlet jukes already. Pantomim down. Violent falls, and here comes the rest of Bait. They still have Fiend Script. Can they catch the Mars? He's trying to close in the gap, but that cast range is so small on the Bane. Spear onto Pichon and moving the Doom away. Here comes TB as well, and Bane moving some dangerous waters here, but Afterlife, armlet toggle. Can he TP out? Yes, he can. This rune. Do they have detection though? They have a sentry on Rubik and Afterlife. He does get to pop the Invis rune just in time. Nightmare save from Gutsy, but then again, the sentry down, Mortimer's kisses, and they get the connection. They found Dendi with the lift with the help of Seiyu. They finally end Alina's life. They maybe have to reposition themselves. Meanwhile, Weaver coming in from the back. Laguna, they have a pincer move. Meloyul goes in. Afterlife goes in for a beautiful Arena. Has the Nightmare save, at least onto Pion for a second, but it's not going to be enough by Gatsy. And they pop the Metamorph as they secure 2 kills, maybe even a third as Laguna makes his way out. Mortimer's kisses. Does he find the Weaver? 1, 2. Doesn't get the third because the time lapse will be used. And the spear barely misses on Laguna. Afterlife, they found him though. They know exactly where he is. And that's 3 for Gambit.
Are ready for this fight. There are 4 heroes here, and we might actually see an engagement around the Roche, but they have to do it fast. They're actually hunting the Void Spirit, and I have to say, Panda, this is a free Roche for Gambit.
It is. Meloyul is playing it really nicely here because he's drawing all of the attention. He's going to get doomed up, but at the same time, they have to fully commit to it, knowing that they've already taken Roshan. And Meloyul, even if he's down, Bait, what can they do? There's no Doom. Violent's going to get hit by the 2-man Cookie. Gatsy trying to save him from the back. He's got the Fiend Script out, but they instantly turn their attention towards the Bane, and even with no cancel, they got the damage and the stolen Fiend Script onto the Wraith King, and Violent is gonna get slain. 2 for 2. And with that, TB is still unkilled this game. Gambit's just enjoying these team fights. They're happy to sack Meliul if they get roached that freely. Kill for Gambit. They're still keeping up the siege. Bait, they do smoke up and a counter smoke from Gambit, but look who's behind you. They've been revealed, they've been spotted, and a beautiful two-man stun from Meliul, but the initiation comes out from Pion. Gets the stun only onto Pandemum. There's the Doom, it's also on the Snapfire. They just want to secure at least one kill. They know they can't use another TB. They have the Void Spirit being killed. Meliul will go down. Bait, still showing some signs of life. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and they haven't taken out the Aegis, but that Metamorph is about to run out. Laguna will be taken out. This stun does have his ulti available. Maybe they can blow up this Aegis. There's no Sunder. Can Smiling Knight get a kill here? Very low HP Wraith King. He's constantly armlet juking. Life stealing off of the creep. Seiyu comes in. There's the spear. The lift onto Pion. And Doom is out of play. Wraith King also pushed out. For a second, they all meet up in the trees. And they have found themselves Pion because Seiyu with the stolen Doom literally uses Doom's own weapons against him. And that will be a deny by Violent at least, so he doesn't give the gold for Gambit. But they're on the hunt for another because they already took out Laguna's Weaver. And finally closing up the distance onto the Wraith King. And Afterlife toying with his prey, pinned to the wall. Does have BKB, but does he get to get it? And Gutsy, what could he even do? The Remnant is there. They found him. They even killed the Bane. He thought he was safe, but he wasn't.
Ibex and Bait could go for that last fight, or they could just decide to go out, but they're not cowards, and I think Panda, they're definitely going to be jumping in, and there's the first buyback.
Yeah, they're looking to end the game here, right now. The tier 4 towers have been molten down. Pion, look at how fast this Doom just dies. He barely closes in the distance as TV's getting doomed. Meanwhile, Afterlife, he's found himself Gutsy, Debane with a gem in holding, and the Fiend script unused. Dendi gets right-clicked to death, and that seals the deal for the series. GG's call, 30 minutes it takes for Gambit to close out the game, and the series 2-0.
Very, very nice performance from Gambit, I have to say. They knew from start to finish what they needed to do.